Andrew's filling up the shower. He's a little cranky. It's heavy. Van life is hard. Me and Andrew were just having a rant about people who romanticize it, and it is amazing in so many ways. I'm like, if we were out of this van for a week, we would miss it so much, because every day is exciting and you can just go where you want and kind of do what you want for the most part. But it is exhausting to just eating and filling the shower and running out of water and finding somewhere to stay. We're getting better, and obviously once the van is finished, which it nearly is, then it'll be simpler. But it's a lot of work too. It's awesome. It's also a lot of work. So is camping, I guess. Camping is a lot of work, but it's also amazing. But normally you just go for a week and you pack up. But yeah, van life kind of feels like camping every day, except you can go to different spots whenever you want to, which is pretty cool. But it's just cooking is more work, and doing dishes is more work, and showering is more work. But yeah, we're rocking it for the most part, I gotta say. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Did you just leave the nozzle open while you were filling it up?
No.
Oh, Andrew's covered in water. He's filling the shower.
I overfilled it, so I had to let some out.
Ah.
I had the nozzle open to begin with. I was down there. I don't know, I'm just really, really angry. And yeah, if there's any YouTubers or anybody who have no videos about how van life is hard, you can go fuck yourself. Or just any videos that actually talk about breakdowns, problems with their things going wrong, getting frustrated, having a hard time. If there's any other van lifers who don't have that, again, I'm really angry right now. I'm really angry. So I'm venting. So don't take this too seriously.
You could vent.
But yeah, it's not easy. It's not always easy. It shouldn't be completely romanticized. You're gonna have days where you want to drive your fist through a wall, just like any other day when you're a normal human in regular society. This is not a one-way ticket to bliss at all.
There is no one-way ticket.
There is no fucking one-way ticket. I'm getting water from a fucking river right now. It's kind of neat, yeah, but it's a pain in the ass. It can be a pain in the ass. It is what it is. You gotta fill up a water thing. You gotta do what you gotta do if you want to have water. But having all these things in one sense can be amazing and awesome, but sometimes it's yeah, I'm fucking pissed off. Welcome to the real world. Anyways, yeah, just this.
You need a video game night.
Yeah, I do. I really do. I don't know. Just if anybody's watching and it's yeah, van life, man. Oh, it's so cool. It's yeah, it is a lot of the time, but sometimes it sucks.
It's hard.
Really, it's hard. It sucks. It's frustrating. Driving in cities can be so frustrating. Learning all these little things can be very frustrating and overwhelming. It's a learning curve, and to the faint of heart, I wish you all the luck, because you're gonna need it. Anyways, but just all in all, I wouldn't trade anything. But don't look at this like it's a lottery or oh my god, I wish. You've no idea.
I think everyone should experience it for a month or two, because it is cool.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
Also,
I'm just venting. If there's any other YouTubers or anybody who is trying to make it
perfect.
Yeah, the vanity of it, and over just going to the vanity well too much. That's all I mean. Because it's not like that all the time. It's not this glamorous thing. It's tough. It can be hard, but it's just like anything else. It's a learning curve. But embellishing van life without being somewhat humble with the learning curve is well, it's just bullshit. It's just like TV. You're just watching fiction. So I'm just telling you that, yeah, if you do this or whatever, you're gonna have days or weeks where you're pissed off and you're not having a good time. That's all.
Like today.
yeah, like today. And it'll get better. It's just once it's a vacation makes you feel a certain way because it's a break from everyday life, and then you funnel all this money into a short period of time. That is going to obviously make every day worth it. The tough part is you try and cram too much into too little time, and that can make it shitty. But like when you take van life or whatever the heck this thing is, or whatever this is, it's like you shift your whole way of life. It takes away from that enormous amount of energy for a short period of time, which makes it really awesome. But like this, it's just like it's weeks and weeks of this. So obviously some weeks are going to be shitty and sometimes they're going to be shitty. Like my solar panels. Like I bought the MC4 connectors. Some of them aren't connecting, and it's an intermittent problem. Intermittent problems will drive you batshit crazy. I'm ready to just rip off every MC4 connector and just put Moretz on. I've checked continuity, and like there's no breaks in the wire, but then the wires are opening for some reason, and I'm like 99% sure it's at the connectors. And I bought some new connectors today. They're expensive, but yeah, don't buy cheap, shitty Chinese connectors. Go to the place in Kelowna or just wherever you are, and just go there and buy them, and buy these ones that are solid. You actually have to crimp. The ones from China or whatever, they're trash. Mm-hmm. If these don't work, I'll just use Moretz and it'll look ugly. I don't care. But like that's the thing. Like you're gonna have all these. You're gonna have issues, and you just gotta deal with it.
Hang on. Just to give you guys some context, our alternator went this week, and Andrew had to fix it, and then he had to put a new belt on today.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that's good context. That's good to tell them.
Yeah, and we've had a tiring weekend. It's been raining a lot, and we've been loving van life. We're in week 10, and this is like, I've been grumpy for a couple days, and I had some anxiety too, and I'm just like, you know what? We went 10 weeks being pretty happy. So in normal life, if we were doing anything, having a crappy few days after 10 weeks, I'd say is winning. But Andrew just needs some rest, and he's been working a little too hard, I think.
Yeah, I've done a lot to the van. But yeah, I had a choice between 105 amp alternator, 130, so I got the 130. And then I'm like, why is my slack adjuster like pushed all the way, like all the way back? So it's applying a ton of pressure, and the belt was super tight. Yeah, it's because you need a new belt, and the belt was like $80, and it's like, fuck. It's and then the solar panel issues, and then our battery isolator, it didn't trigger for some reason. So I'm like, why aren't the batteries being charged by the alternator while it was running? And then I turn it off to turn it back on, it starts, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm fucking.
He needs a break.
Yeah.
Andrew needs a break.
Like I am coming to.
The van's almost done.
Yeah, no, like it is, and the truth is, it's done. It's done.
Yeah. The thing is, too, most people would be moving into a van that's ready, and we bought this secondhand, and we've been fixing it up and making it custom for us, and upgrading like the stove and the fridge and everything while we're living in it, which is hard to be living in it at the same time that you're working on it.
Yeah, because then and it's funny. Yeah, you're like, wow, I save all this money. Like our fridge, it works. And it has a freezer, and it works, and it's a Dometic. We have for $275. But it's funny, like I got the heater for about $275 off Amazon. I got the solar panels, but then you don't take into consideration that on the days when you install this stuff, you're eating out because you don't have time. like seriously,
Yeah.
there's so many of these hidden
Expenses.
costs. Because and then you're tying up all the space in the van, and like there's so many other costs to these. Mm-hmm. It's not just like, oh, I saved all this money. I mean, you did.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I don't know, like, just, you could have looked at the heater as like, if I would have bought the expensive heater, $1,200, add another $200 or $300 for everything.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's okay. When we run out of money, we're going to stop where we are and get jobs. So our travel fund probably won't last as long as we thought because we keep fixing the van, but we have a home that we love, and we're excited to reveal it next week when we're done after we have a break. Andrew needs a video game night.
We still have a lot of travel fund, but
thanks for listening to our rant, guys. Van life.
Yeah.
It's still cool. It's an experience.
Great. These things happen.
We signed up for experiences, and we're getting a lot of them.
You bought the ticket, man. You enjoy your ride wherever you are.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Since we're ranting today about things that suck about van life, another thing that sucks is that it's pretty hot out most days, but if we put our sleeping bags away and then we need them, like we did that once, we're like, oh, it's summer, we don't need the sleeping bags. And then if you have a cold night, you have to go under the bed and get them out. So it's kind of my job since Andrew does so much, obviously, with the shower and driving and keeping the outside of the van ready is I always do the bed. So every day I put the sleeping bags out and then we put the duvet. And most summer nights we only use the duvet, but we need the sleeping bags nearby just in case it gets cold. Yeah, Andrew just bought taco stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna cheer us up. Tacos.
Yeah.